The chances of winning the Mega Millions or the Powerball are extremely low. The chances that your life will become completely unmanageable if for some reason you do manage to win are pretty high. Winning the lotto might seem like a dream come true. Mountains of unearned money are alluring to greedy and ungrateful friends and relatives, scam artists, and charity cases, all of whom will scramble out of the woodwork to steal as much of it as they can get their hands on. In other instances, the lottery winners themselves are the ones who are unable to get out of their way. Irresponsible spending, gifting, partying, and gambling cause some of them to be in a worse financial situation than when they began. Continue reading to find out more about some of the most unfortunate lottery losing scenarios. Number 10. Jack Whitaker. In 2002, Jack Whitaker was the lucky winner of a $314 million Powerball jackpot, which was the largest prize ever awarded by a lottery game at the time. One of the most severe examples of how the lottery can ruin people's lives, the West Virginia construction worker is known for his oversized cowboy hats and even larger personalities. His story is one of the most cautionary tales about the lottery. Whitaker took great pleasure in being able to offer freebies, which he did until the money ran out. He gave piles of cash to churches, restaurant waiters, family members, strangers, and the strip club in his neighborhood. According to ABC News, he experienced a dramatic change in events in his life. His daughter passed away from cancer, and his granddaughter was addicted to drugs. His wife left him, his house burned down, and he got in trouble with the authorities. Whitaker passed away in the year 2020 when he was 72 years old. Number 9. Lara and Roger Griffiths. Less than a decade after the British couple Lara Griffiths and Roger Griffiths won a prize worth $2.19 million, their marriage ultimately ended in divorce. Roger followed his dream of being a rock star and shelled out a lot of money so that his band could make an album. Lara gained a taste for the high life as a result of her parents' decision to send their daughter to an expensive private school, purchase exotic automobiles, a lavish house, fashionable clothes and accessories, and pay for all of these things themselves. They invested tens of thousands of dollars into opening a salon, and for Lara to make ends meet, she worked there later on as an employee. After everything was said and done, the couple was left with fewer than $10. Number 8. David Lee Edwards. David Lee Edwards, a citizen of Kentucky, had won a lottery of $27 million 5 years before his current situation, during which he was living in a storage shed with his wife. The couple squandered their riches on the usual luxuries that bring so many lucky winners to their financial ruin. They purchased a large number of luxury automobiles, as well as houses and a jet. In the first 3 months, they burned through $3 million in capital. After the first year, there was a windfall of $12 million. In 2006, the couple had descended into a downward spiral of drug addiction. And just 12 years after the win altered the trajectory of his life, David Lee Edwards passed away alone and destitute at the age of 58 while he was receiving hospice care. Number 7. Mickey Carroll. Mickey Carroll had only turned 19 when he became an early adult thanks to a jackpot win in the United Kingdom that was equivalent to $11.8 million in today's currency. The media began to refer to him as the Lotto Lout as the young lottery winner blew through his newly acquired wealth at an incredible rate. The majority of it was frivolously spent on drug-fueled partying, and the remainder was frivolously spent on jewelry, vehicles, and other forms of materialistic excess. In 2016, he was working in a slaughterhouse and making several $100s per week. According to the Mirror, in 2021, he wedded his former wife, who had divorced him because he cheated on their marriage with prostitutes during his high-rolling heyday. Number 6. Cali Rogers. Cali Rogers was another fortunate Brit who made a lot of money at a very young age. Nevertheless, she was even less experienced and unprepared to handle the responsibility of managing her wealth than Mickey Carroll was. When Rogers received the prize in 2003, she was only 16 years old. The prize was equivalent to $2.3 million. In 2013, after 10 years had passed, she only had approximately $2,500 left in the bank. She blew through the earnings on things like drugs. Rogers spent almost $200,000 just on cocaine, plastic surgery, high-end apparel, presents, and partying. Rogers spent approximately $300,000 just on cocaine. After she wrecked her 4x4 during a police chase while she was under the influence of narcotics and became Britain's youngest lottery winner, she was later disqualified from driving. At the age of 33 and 18 years after hitting it rich, the Daily Mail reported in 2021 that Rogers was destitute and living on government benefits. This was 18 years after Rogers had become wealthy. Number 5. Curtis Sharp. In the year 1982, Curtis Sharp won $5 million while playing the lotto in the state of New York. Unfortunately, his life went from poverty to wealth and then back to poverty again. The rapid depletion of Sharp's riches was precipitated by a string of unsuccessful marriages, trips to casinos, wasteful spending, and charitable donations. These activities consumed a significant portion of Sharp's newly acquired income. Number 4. Evelyn Adams. The two multimillion-dollar jackpots that Evelyn Adams won in the New Jersey lottery in the years 1985 and 1986 put her in the record books. Her haul as a whole amounted to $5.4 million. However, unlike the vast majority of other fortunate victors, Adams was unable to get out of her way. She gambled away a significant portion of the funds, presented an excessive number of gifts to members of the family, spent excessively, and made poor investments. Forbes claims that Adams has blown all of his money and is now living in a trailer. Number 3. The name William Post. Despite having won $16.2 million in the Pennsylvania lottery in 1988, William Bud Post passed away in 2006 without a single cent in his bank account. It wasn't very long-lasting at all. After only 1 year of his newfound success, Post was already $1 million in the red. According to Forbes, his ex-girlfriend filed a lawsuit against him to collect a portion of his profits, and his brother allegedly hired a hitman to eliminate him. The true source of the issue, though, was his profligate spending. He spent his money on real estate, automobiles, yachts, and even a twin-engine plane, even though he did not possess a pilot's license. Number 2. Gerald Muswagon and his wife. In 2011, Gerald Muswagon, a Canadian, spent only $2 on a lottery ticket that would make him an immediate billionaire. He hit the jackpot of $10 million, while he spent all in just a few short years after he earned it. He purchased a home that served as a nightly party venue for his ever-growing army of hangers-on, and he hosted the parties there. According to the Globe and Mail, he wasted the money on things such as partying, buying cars, and giving gifts, all while getting himself into several legal messes. In the end, he was helping out on a farm as a laborer so that he could provide for his girlfriend and their 6 small children. 7 years after he had won a significant prize, he hanged himself in the garage of his parents' home. Number 1. The name Alex Toff. In 2008, when he was 60 years old, Alex Toff passed away penniless. After getting divorced from his wife and being prosecuted for tax fraud by the Internal Revenue Service, he booked himself into a mental facility. After winning $13 million in the lottery, the person living in Florida experienced all of these events. He made the unfortunate decision to receive his winnings in the form of annual installments, each of which came to an alarming total of $666,666. He threw it all away by living a lavish lifestyle that was too extravagant. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.